Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shubhankar Mishra from Cuttack and I am a neurologist, and let's discuss on the right way to describing and recording seizures as it is of prime importance in the day-to-day practice. Today we are having smartphone with everyone. So if you see any ictal activity or someone is having throwing seizures, you can record it by yourself and you can show to the doctor when you go to any neurologist. So there are many different kind of seizures. The doctor must know which kind is there, because when there is seizure, you have to know the type of seizure. If you can know the type of seizure, the treatment will be good and the patient will be free from seizure. So to know the type of seizure, we neurologists must know what is the semiology, how the seizure starts and how it progresses. That's why the recording of video is a must. If you are seeing any seizure, you should know all these things. If we see the seizure, then we can know the types the seizure progresses, where how the type seizure is, it from the whole of the brain or the part of brain or anything. If you think you have more than one kind of seizure, we can know it from the seizure from the video also. So what are the kind of seizure. So technology has gone far and we need to know, we should take advantage of the technology. That's why a video is the must. When watching a seizure, try to note what happens to the patient. Whatever you write in your local language, whatever you want to note down, you remember, you tell in your local language also. No issue. But try to note down what is happening. And during, after the event also, write down what happened as soon as you can. Accurate recording of seizure descriptions by witness is an important part of the recording of the seizure. There are no definite diagnostic tests for epilepsy. We can do EEG, we can do MRI, but nothing is 100%. So it's very difficult to know what are the types of seizures we are having and someone is having, and what are the type of treatment. That's why recording is a must. Therefore, doctors rely on accurate accounts and accurate, who have seen accurate views, we rely on those things. That's why records should be kept in the form of written descriptions noted in a diary or log format. Examples of written information I am telling. First is before. What the person did to lead up the event. Suppose someone is having seizure. If you are a parent or you are a caregiver, then we should know why this happened. Some people had stopped medication. That is a point. Some people did not eat. That is a point. Some people don't less sleep. That is also a point. So these are the triggering events. So we should know what thing led to that person. Write down it in your own language, because it will help. Next is what alerted you for the seizure. How you knew that patient is throwing seizure. There are some auras. Some people have auras. Some people tell that they are having some behavioral issues. They are having some difficulties before the seizure. They know. That's why you note down it. Then were there any unusual behaviors before seizure? Some are having behavioral issue. So this is also a point. You should note down it. Then did the person see something, some visual things? Some people have hallucinations. Some people smell differently. Some people have some abnormal taste. These things will tell it aura. So if someone is having these things, they should note down also that someone is having a different aura. So this is another thing. So these four things we should write down before. Again, I am summarizing that what led up to the event, and why the seizure occurred, and how the patient is alerted, what thing occurred, that's why you knew that seizure will come, and what other things you have noticed in the time of seizure, like smell, vision, and were there any unusual behaviors. So these four things should be noted down before the seizure, in the before category. Then another category will do during category. In the during category, we'll see what time did the seizure begin, the time of the seizure, then how long the seizure go, and if patient is conscious or unconscious, then what are the types of seizures, how you are suffering, that stiffening, jerking, twitching, which side of the body, then eyes open or shut or rolled back. Then was there an emotional problem like crying, laughing, and the change in behavior? Then speech change, breathing, the breathing was slow or rapid. Then is there any bowel bladder involvement? So these are the tidbits of the informations we should write down during the seizure. Whatever you see important, you write down. Now, later we may tell that this is not important, but you write down, you can tell. So these things are very important if we are seeing anyone is having seizures. So again, what you will see in the during time, we will see time and the length of the seizure, and was there consciousness or loss of consciousness, was the patient was aware what is happening to him, and then types of body movement, type of eye movement, bladder bowel involvement, emotions, and breathing, speech, all things we have to notice, and we should write down in a diary. Then what we will see after the seizure? Suppose someone had a seizure, and after then you saw, and after this seizure there is some things you should note down. First is, was the person drowsy or unresponsive or confused, and if he was drowsy or confused, how long? This is important thing. How long the patient was drowsy? It should be written down. Then, did the person have difficulty in speaking, breathing? Was there any memory issue? After that, was there any sleep, long sleep or short sleep? And when the patient came to normalcy? So these things should be noted down after. So in after, what will you write down? First is if there is unconscious or drowsy, that thing, or was there any difficulty breathing, memory, and was there any prolonged sleep, and cognitive behavioral changes, and these things should be written down. And what actions were taken? First aid taken, or there any ambulance called, or no one saw, what injury occurred. So these things should be written down in the after category. So 3 points we should write down. First is before, during, and after. Then doctor may also suggest tests to detect brain abnormalities like EEG, MRI, those things. So these things we should know also. So the electrode recording should be done, and recording of the seizure may help doctors determine what kind of seizure you are having on other conditions. So for recording, again I am summarizing 3 things you should write down. First is before, and during, and after. And before thing, what event led up to the event, and what alerted the seizure, and what are the changes in smell, behavior, and vision, those things, and unusual behavior. So these things should be written on before category. And during, time and length of seizure, and what other things with the seizure, only body movements or only eye movements, change in emotion or breathing, and was he conscious or unconscious? This is a very important point to know. Patient was, if unconscious, classification will change, medicine will change, diagnosis will change. So these things should be written down. And after, then after post-ictal state or post-seizure state, patient was drowsy or in weakness or any loss of memory, and only and what first aid measures you took. So these points should be written down. Thank you.